Hello, everyone. Nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Oh, we finally have the info, and it is real. It's not a joke. It is legit. The leak was real. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's an official collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends, and it is starting today, right? Yeah, it's starting on the 21st of August. It starts today. So let's dive in. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, it starts today. It's running until the 13th of November. Let's take a look. I will say this is the collaboration for me that is like closest to my heart, right? I'm a bit too young to have watched He-Man, but I remember waking up on like Saturday mornings, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, it was the best. It was the best. Cowabunga! I'm not going to do the voice for the whole thing, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have landed in Teleria. After a fight in Dimension X went awry, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, April O'Neil, and the fearsome Shredder were catapulted through a portal to various locations across Teleria. Leo and Shredder are playing cat and mouse in the Shadowkin-controlled region of Yakai. Raph is cracking skulls with the Krokan desert nomads. Donnie is seeking answers about Teleria with the Lizard Man. April is putting her field journalism skills to the test in the Kingdom of Karok, and Mikey's hunting down pizza with the Bannerlords in the free city of Arnok. When the rumors of turtle-like creatures causing mayhem begin to ripple across Teleria, it's a race against time. April must locate and reunite the turtles before Shredder can take them out one by one. But they're not the only ones looking for the turtles. The Arbiter has sent two of her agents, Galek and Oboro, to investigate these mysterious visitors from a world beyond their own. Will April and the TMNT reunite before Shredder gets his steel claws on them? Will the TMNT be able to construct their own portal, defeat Shredder, and bring him back to New York City before it's too late? And will Mikey ever find the pizza he's craving? I wonder, does pizza exist in the world of Teleria, in the world of Raid Shadow Legends? Why not? Why not, right? It's not a bit, bread, bit of tomato, bit of cheese on it. Probably exists. Yeah, probably does. But here we go. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm really surprised actually that April is the champion. In fact, there she is. You can see a little look at her there. I'm really surprised by that. Instead of Shredder. I'm sad that Shredder's not here. That's the one. Could we do the Skinwalker follow-up for this raid? Be like, surprise, part 2, Shredder, Beat Bop, Rocksteady, Skinwalkers, they're here too. Surprise, that would be sick. But yeah, I mean, I'm hyped, man. It's so good. It's so good. In-game custom backgrounds, all 4 turtles will have a unique showcase background with the beloved TMNT aesthetics. Because what says home better than sewers, right? Cool. It looks sick. Sewer background. Amazing. Doesn't seem like there's going to be the theme song. I figure they would have mentioned it. But let's take a little look-see here. I think we do have the full kits, actually, for all of the champions. So we're going to be looking at all of them. Champions will be available to acquire only during the event activation. Once you get them, you obviously have them permanently. But if you start playing after, what was it, November 3rd? Let's double check. Sorry, 13th. After the 13th of November, you cannot get these champions anymore. If you have them on your account, they still work. It's fine. But you can only earn them in-game or summon them or whatever between the 21st to the 13th. Not sure yet. We'll see if there's any info here on how we will get them. I'm not sure. There's going to be 6 legendaries. Here we go. Some info. A 14-day loyalty program, a champion fragment event, so like a fusion, and other in-game events and activities. I really hope that there are, especially because these are strictly time limited, I hope that there's guaranteed ways to get every single champion. I think this would suck if you have to just hope on a 15x or something and just pray. Nobody wants to be dealing with that. Nobody. Here we go. Oh, there they are, guys. Let's move me out of the way for a sec. We've got April O'Neil, Sacred Order. She's a support magic legendary. Looks sick, actually. I don't know if I can zoom this in more. Probably not. Let's see. Let me try. Oh, I can. Yes. There we go. April looks amazing. Actually looks really good. Very raid looking. Michelangelo is a Bannerlord legendary spirit. So this was definitely something that's kind of weird to me initially. I was kind of thinking like, Should they not all be Lizardmen or all be Shadowkin or something like that? Would that make more sense? Um, I I I think I'll read the lore. I'll read the lore in game. I'm more on board with this now, with this idea that they're in these sort of random factions, with the idea that they've come through portals, they're separated, and these are like the factions that they're sort of working with or against, that they're lands that they're in. Makes a bit more sense. Michelangelo looking absolutely cool. We've got Donatello, possibly my personal favorite. He's a magic for the lizards. We have a void legendary defense base for the Shadowkin is Leonardo. That's a bit spicy. Does do double katanas really say defense? I don't know. Apparently so. Raphael. Oh, that's interesting. Like the way he's holding I think they're called sai. I didn't know that was how you actually held them. I thought they were more like daggers, but that's sick. He's barbarian, force, attack champion. And then, of course, Shredder. He's going to be the event dungeon boss as well. So we've actually seen his kit already, but he is a void legendary. But let's zoom this thing out. Actually, if I do this, yeah, it will fit it to the page. Fantastic. Great. Here we go. Michelangelo then is going to be through the loyalty program, the login. So log in for 7 days, get Michelangelo. Another 7 days for 14 total to get a 2-star perfect soul. And then there's going to be a portrait for him. And then ultimately his 5-star soul. So that's a pretty big deal. Starts on the 21st of August. You have to have begun by the 30th of October. If you try to start this before or after the 30th of October, you cannot start it. So you cannot get him after the 30th of October. And then presuming you have started it by the 30th of October, you can still keep logging in to try to get some rewards until the 13th of November. Usually when you get to phase 2 as well, you usually have like 2 or 3 weeks to complete phase 2. It's not up for the whole time, so just watch out for that as well. This is really very easy to complete. It doesn't take much work at all. So yeah, that should be very easy. So that's sick. Let's take a look at him. Here he is, Michelangelo. Oh my God. Oh, he's beautiful. The Bannerlords. Cool. Okay, we'll go with it. He is an attack-based Spirit Affinity champion. Booyah! Attacks one enemy 2 times. If either hit was critical, puts increased attack on this champ for 2 turns. You're probably going to be building him 100% crit rate, so he's going to be constantly giving himself increased attack. It's going to be very strong with counter attack, very strong with ally attack. We'll see what else is in his kit. Express delivery. I like how every skill is... Oh no, these 2 skills have the exclamation mark. It's appropriate. For that books to a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks one enemy. Before attacking, 75 going to 100% chance to put decreased defense on the target for 2 turns. 75 going to 100% chance of putting stun for 1 turn. Ignores 25% resist if the attack is critical. Now, this stun will be with the attack, so he could weak hit against a magic affinity enemy and he would not place the stun, whereas the decreased defense goes before attacking. So that will happen regardless of whether he hits or not. He then applies debuff spread. Ooh, taking all debuffs from the target, placing them on all enemies. Ignores 25% resist if the attack was critical. Cool. So baking ignore resist is very powerful. That's cool. You cannot debuff spread stun, of course. Can't do it. But you can debuff spread decrease defense. So essentially, it's a 3-turn cooldown, AoE decrease defense. Sick. Okay, great. And then he can stun single target as well. It's a good move. Shell, Cyclone, 5 books to a 4-turn cooldown, AoE attack, 75 going to 100% chance of putting decreased attack and leech for 2 turns, ignores 25% resist if he crits, and puts taunt on him. Taunt is interesting, very interesting for an attack champion. Okay, I see there's evade in his passive. We'll come to that in a sec. A 4-turn cooldown for an AoE. Don't love it. But it is still, there's a lot going on here. This champion is bringing you a ton of buffs. Like, I think for a newer player especially, he's going to be crazy good, right? Decrease attack and leech, brilliant. He's bringing decreased defense and debuff spreading. He self-buffs to increased attack. That is amazing for a new player. You're getting lots of buffs and debuffs that are crucial to have for your team, all in the one champion. So I think he's a great new player champ. Very good for Hydra and all of that. Taunt basically forces enemies to pick you as the target for their moves. So especially for single target attacks, they'll all be hitting him, which is normally, you would say, very bad for an attack champion. Let's see this. Party Dude, his passive. 15% chance to evade an enemy skill and all of its effects. If this champion is under taunt, the chance to evade increases to 30%. Whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, or Raphael attacks, this champion joins in the attack. Ooh, oh, that's crazy. Oh, I love it. Then he has an active effect. The active effect has this 1-turn cooldown. Puts a shield buff equal to 300% of this champion's attack on this champion for 1 turn when they receive a hit. Oh, I love it. And he's got a 70 accuracy in all battles aura. Yeah, okay, I'm on board. Yeah, this is a really cool login champion, actually. So basically, the accuracy aura, so helpful for new players. Unbelievably helpful. And then he's ignoring resist as well. It means you're not going to be needing to have good gear with accuracy on it for him to do his stuff. He's very accessible, bringing you such crucial stuff. It's great. You just build him as damage, though. You build him as pure attack. And so long as he's not getting one shot, he's going to be giving himself a really good shield every time. Well, once per turn when he's attacked. So he's going to have some survivability, which is cool. And then, yeah, he's got ally attack in there as well, which is really interesting. You're definitely going to want to run him with other turtles. And then when he attacks alongside them, because he's placing leech, he'll be able to heal himself back up and actually survive. So it's really interesting. I can't wait to see what the other turtles do. Okay, cool. Raphael, you had my attention. Now you've got my attention. I don't know. What's the phrase? I can't remember. On Thursday, so today, when you're watching this, champion fragment event with a true brainiac, Donatello. Donnie's going to be an all-round support champion. His main focus is on keeping the allies alive and decreasing the cooldown of their skills. He probably should keeping his allies alive. He also has some special moves when Donatello has his turtle brothers by his side, as his passive skill allows him to join the attack when they attack. Oh, is every turtle going to do this? Is every turtle going to... Let's actually open this up. Is every turtle going to have like a little ally attack built in? That's cool. So yeah, he's magic, support, lizard man. A fragment event. These are usually easier. Now, it might be very difficult, perhaps even impossible, to complete a fragment event if you are brand new. If you've downloaded the game just for TMNT, you probably won't be able to complete it. But if you've been playing the game for even a couple of months, a fragment fusion, probably pretty doable. We'll see. I'll give you guys probably today as well, actually, a full breakdown of the events and whatnot. I do it for every fusion, so we'll see. Let's take a look here. Bodacious Bash. Bodacious. Attacks one enemy. Heals all allies by 5% of this champ's max HP. Instantly activates one random continuous heal buff on all allies. So I just procs it for everyone. Presumably he's going to put some out himself as well. Bit of a heal for your team. Seems cool. Again, presuming he's got an ally attack built in, that's going to trigger quite a lot. That could be quite strong. Oh, sorry, I meant to scroll down. We've got to click and drag. Okay. Shell Shocker. 6 turn books to a 4 turn. Attacks all enemies. Decrease the cooldown of all ally skills except this champ by 2 turns. Skills cooldown cannot be decreased by other cooldown decreasing effects and puts increased speed in all allies. That's a really, really good move. Team cooldown reduction. Now, to be fair, this is about the same as the rare champion Renegade. In fact, I can bring it up. Sorry, I'm doing some Cursed City here. There is a rare champion that does this as well, which is... am I in the wrong faction? I always get confused now. There she is. Renegade can decrease your skills by 2 turns. Now, she has it on a 5-turn cooldown. He has it on a 4, and he's giving you increased speed as well, and he's doing an AoE attack, so he's doing more stuff. Yeah, this is still very, very useful. It won't fully reset some key champions such as Newt, Seer, some others as well perhaps won't get their stuff fully reset, but it's still, this is definitely worth noting, and just a generally very strong move. Secret of the Ooze. 6 books to a 3-turn cooldown. Remove all debuffs from all allies, puts continuous heal and a strengthen on all allies for 2 turns, and fills their turn meter by 20%. Depending on his base speed, this is either like a go first move or go second, or just sort of keep your team going. Champions like Arbiter have really high base speed, so they work well as go first, boost the turn meter, everyone gets a turn. The fact that this has debuff removal, that's more of a go second thing. It's, the enemies put debuffs on me, I remove them, and then I get my team back in the fight with some turn meter boost as well. So we'll see. Strengthen, full cleanse, turn meter boost on a 3-turn. Yeah, it's good. And then the continuous heal to go with his A1. Pretty cool. His passive, I got you, bro. So again, passively, whenever Any of the turtles attacks, he joins in the attack. So building the full turtle team dream is alive. And then he has a 6 going to a 4-turn cooldown on the active part of it. Whenever an ally is about to receive a fatal hit, oh my god, it's the Freya passive. He prevents the ally's death, keeps them alive at 1 HP, then equalizes their HP, will bring their HP up to the average HP level of the team. Okay, so it's not quite Freya. Freya gives them an instant turn, but he will be better at keeping them alive. So someone's about to die, stops them dying, and then just brings them up to the average level. So if like someone's just getting like your squishiest character, they could easily go back to 100% health with that. That's pretty cool. Then 30% HP in all battles. Or yeah, he seems like a good solid support. I say for long-term players, nothing too crazy here. I mean, he's just a really solid support. But again, for newer players, this could be fantastic. And him with Michelangelo is a very nice combo. Yeah, we need to see the others. Okay, I think if we go back, hang on, let me pause. Let me get the old thing back up. Okay, and here we go. Oh, the other one. Okay, let's just zoom in on this. I think it's gonna be the better way to do it, rather than trying to keep bringing stuff up. Raphael, force attack from barbarians. Sewer skewer attacks one enemy twice, puts block revive if the target is killed, and each critical hit fills his turn meter by 10%. Very spicy. Does he have the same thing here? NYC beatdown. Yep. Whenever any turtle attacks, he joins in the attack. Oh my god. Okay, these turtles, man. I hope that they're accessible. Like, this is the thing. They're probably going to be pretty strong if you've got even just 2 of them together. But like a full turtle team with like the 4 turtles, and every time one of them does an A1, they all join in. Like, this could be kind of nuts. Seismic slam. Oh my god. Attacks all enemies. 4 goes to a 3-turn cooldown. Ignore shield and block damage if attacking under berserk placed by this champion. If he's not under berserk placed by himself, the damage inflicted against enemies under shield buffs is increased by 50%. Each critical hit fills his turn meter by 10%. I mean, presuming you crit, let's say 4 enemies on average, you're looking at 40% turn meter, which is pretty darn solid. So the 3-turn cooldown AoE, I saw something about Berserk in his passive. We'll look at that. Oh, and I see one Berserk here in his A3 as well. We'll look at that in a sec. But ignoring shield and block damage is phenomenal. Doing 50% more damage to enemies under shield is good, not as good. But yeah, cool. So he'd be good at breaking shields. And then if he's got Berserk makes you do more damage, by the way. I think it's actually not sure. Let me double check. If we go here. Okay, I know. You need someone with the actual debuffs. Here we go. Berserk. Is it 50% more damage? It's a relatively new debuff. Yeah, you do and you take 50% more damage. So Donatello, quite nice with that preventing death, because he's going to be getting hit very hard, is Raphael. Not today, Knucklehead. Attack one enemy 3 times. Sorry, this is a 4 booking to 3-turn cooldown. Each hit ignores 20% defense, puts Perfect Veil and Unkillable on this champ for 2 turns if the target is killed. If they survive, puts Berserk on him for 2 turns instead. The debuff cannot be resisted or blocked. Ooh. So, massive single target nuke. Yeah, really big, really strong. Perfect Veil Unkillable, very powerful for Arena. Berserk, if they live, makes him, again, strong against clan bosses and stuff like that. This is definitely looking like quite an Arena champion with block revive, ignoring shields, block damage, bringing in, self buffs. Unkillable particularly is cool. Okay, and then again, we saw his passive, the NYC beatdown. He's got the turtle team up attack. Puts Berserk debuff on this champion for 1 turn when any champion dies. Oh shit. So if you kill an enemy with his A3, he gets Perfect Veil Unkillable, and then his passive just gives him Berserk as well. Right? This might not count boss minions. But yeah, I guess that the 2-turn Berserk here is so that he's getting some value against things like Demon Lord or Hydra, Chimera, basically bosses, right? Where you're not actually killing anything. He still has a way to get Berserk through his A3. Okay. He has a 20% chance of getting an extra turn when attacking under a Berserk debuff placed by this champion. Oh my god. Then 30% attack in all battles. Wow. This guy, he's potentially super crazy. Wow. Now, here's the thing. He doesn't need to be the one to kill to get this Berserk. If anyone dies anywhere, including presumably your team, someone on your team can die, he gets a Berserk buff, then he could potentially start getting extra turns and just popping off and killing people. Pretty spicy. I like him a lot. Super fun. Okay, and here we go. The leader of the pack. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some shell. Leonardo. Void defense for Shadowkin. New York Slice is A1. I love it. I love it. Attacks one enemy 2 times when counterattacking. Repeats the attack against a random enemy. Ooh. Ignores 3% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion up to 15%. So he needs 5 buffs to ignore all that. So he's going to be a defense damage dealer. That's pretty cool. Shell, yeah. 5 turn goes to a 3 turn cooldown, puts increased defense on all allies, which will obviously up his own damage because he's defense based. Ally protection on all allies except this champ. Also puts unkillable and counterattack on this champ for 2 turns. Ooh, that is spicy. So yeah, increased defense on everyone. Ally protects your allies. Unkillable count. My Frolny is disgusted by this, guys. Frolny is ripping his hair out right now. That's so funny. This is what Frolny should have been. That's insane. That's a crazy good move. Your team is super protected, and he's super protected, and he's going to be spamming his counterattacks with his A1. I love it. Simple. He's got a TMNT Unity. You're killing me. Oh my god. Turtles together. Attacks all enemies. This is a 4 going to 3 turn cooldown. Damage inflicted by this skill increases by 5% for each buff on all allies and enemies. Removes all buffs from all enemies if this kills an enemy, and it can't be resisted. Oh my god. If I have 5 buffs on, let's say, against Hydra, I don't know, let's just say in general, if I have 5 buffs on 5 champions, that's 25 buffs. I'm going to do 5% more damage for each of those 25 buffs. I'm going to be doing, what, 125% bonus damage? This could hit like crazy hard. Wow, okay. Now the Unity, that's going to be difficult to use, certainly in Arena and stuff like that. Oh my god, I'm just picturing like the Siege defense, and it's just all turtles. Yep, I'm seeing it. 1 turtle ally ignores 15% of each target's defense for every Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael on the team. Does not count this champion. Insane. So you're getting, with 1 other turtle, 15% ignore defense. With 2, 30%. With 3, 45% ignore defense on this move. It's going to be disgusting. 2 turtle allies increase the damage dealt by this skill in proportion to his missing HP. And his A2 is by definition dropping his HP, right? Because ally protection. And he doesn't have any shields or anything, right? He's designed to drop down really low on life because of ally protection and counterattacking. Okay. Now, one thing that might be a bit of a problem is that Michelangelo putting out the leech, he might do so much damage, just heals back up to full. But hey, we'll see. 3 turtle allies. You've got the full 4-man turtle team. Activate this skill whenever an ally's HP drops below 50%. Oh my god. Occurs once per skill. If there's multiple champs on the team with this, only 1 activates. Wow. So he just does a huge AoE that's going to ignore loads of defense, do more damage, and potentially strip all buffs from all enemies whenever someone drops below 50. Not even dies, just drops below 50. That's so strong. Hero in half shell. Turtle power. Puts stone skin buff on this champ for 1 turn. Oh my god. Puts a stone skin buff on this champion for 1 turn. Each time his HP drops below 50%. Once per skill. That is insane. And then, yeah, he joins in with attacks. Oh my god. Leonardo is cracked. Holy... Yeah, Leonardo is absolutely bonkers good. Holy shit. So yeah, he's protecting your team. He's spamming his A1s. He's got a massive AoE nuke. You start putting him in with turtles, he's going crazy. When he starts dropping low on life, he just gets stone skin every time. There doesn't seem to be a cooldown on this. There does not seem to be. So if he drops below 50% HP and gets stone skin, you heal him back up, he's just going to get stone skin again the next turn, I think. So, wow, he's absolutely bonkers. April O'Neil, oh my god. I don't even know what to say, man. Leonardo is cracked. He is cracked. April O'Neil. Magic support with the Sacred Order. The least exciting, but still cool, of the collab champions here. Breaking Story. Attacks 1 enemy. 50% chance that increases to 75%. Replacing stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification on the target for 1 turn. Then puts Perfect Veil on this champ for 2 turns. Wow, so just you get a random debuff. Could be anything. 75. High chance, though. Cool. Explosive Scoop. Attacks 1 enemy. It's a 4 turn, goes to a 3 turn cooldown. 75 going to 100% chance to steal all buffs. and a 100% chance when booked of stealing 100% of their current turn meter, then has a 75% chance of placing a nullify. That's new. Nullify debuff and a seal debuff for 2 turns. The only champion in the game so far that places seal is Carnage, the Anarch, who's a mythical for the demon spawn. This is I'm almost 100% sure. I'm 99.9% sure she's the first non-Carnage champion to have seal. There's also a Master Seal debuff in the game that nobody has, by the way, and nobody can get, which is interesting. Okay, we have to figure out I think when I took a gander through this, I think it explains it on the next slide. In fact, let's go see right now, because I think it's on the next slide. Yeah, here it is. Nullify debuffs. Nullify. Champions under Nullify cannot have their skills activated, participate in ally attacks, be granted extra turns or instant turns, have skill cooldowns decreased, have shield value increased, have their destroyed HP restored, have HP swapped by allies or themselves, evade enemy effects or skills, have their turn meter equalized or their HP balanced. Right. So it just stops a lot of stuff. Yeah, stops a lot of stuff. I think they can still get turn meter increased. They can't have turn meter equalized, but I think they can still have turn meter increased. I don't know. Interesting. So it stops a lot of stuff. So she steals all their buffs, steals all their turn meter, puts nullify and seal. Seal, by the way, well, let's actually see it in game. Seal, there's Master Seal as well, which again, nobody has. Basically disables gear sets and masteries, pretty much, which is pretty cool. Seal is actually extremely punishing to damage dealers. Typically, damage dealers are relying very much on Helm Smasher and Savage or Merciless or Lethal gear to do a huge amount of damage. Like, literally, you turn off gear sets and masteries, you do way more damage. It's much stronger than it seems. Seal is an incredible damage reduction debuff. Very strong. Okay, that's a really strong move. Single target debuffs. Yeah, very strong. Passive effect has a 25% chance of activating this skill on an enemy when they gain an extra turn or instant turn effect. So, like, I presume that includes, like, a mythical. When a mythical metamorphs, she'll just go, okay, I'll steal your... Well, it's only a 25% chance. I don't know if that's increased by this. Would it be a 50% or is it still 25? I don't know. Actually, I genuinely don't know. But yeah, mythical changes form. They get an extra turn. She just steals all their buffs, puts nullify and seal on them. Like, that's pretty legit. It's not a great chance. You can't rely on it, but that's still pretty good. And again, it gives you a way also to fight back against, Shoes Ends and stuff. Again, not reliable, but pretty interesting. Live on the scene. 5 goes to 4 turn cooldown, puts increased accuracy on all allies, decreased turn meter of all enemies by 20%, then gives an extra turn. Okay. Ace Reporter, she's got 28% speed in arena battle aura. Woo! Okay. Ace Reporter, passive. Whenever an enemy has their skill activated, teams up with allies to attack, gets an extra turn or instant turn, has skills. Okay, so any of the stuff that nullify stops. Whenever any of that happens, it will decrease all enemies' turn meter by 10%. Once per skill. But there's like loads of stuff. I mean, it's going to take a while to get your head around exactly what's happening here. But yeah, she just starts, she can do quite a lot. And there's no cooldown on this passive. So she can do quite a bit of turn meter pushback. She definitely also seems somewhat designed to counter the turtles, which I don't know if what I think about that lore-wise. But I mean, the turtles are evading. The turtles are ally attacking. They've got some extra turns. The turtles have a bunch of stuff like this, and she's stopping it, which is interesting. Then the active effect is a 3-turn that goes to a 2-turn cooldown. Whenever enemies remove, transfer, or decrease the duration of any debuff to 0, decrease the turn meters of all enemies by 25%. So, I guess if the debuffs are just ticking down naturally, it's probably fine. I wonder, like, if you just, whatever, you got decreased defense for 2 turns, you take 2 turns, will it then trigger this? I don't know. But, like, if they try to cleanse and remove debuffs, she's going to just push all your turn meter back. She's very interesting. So, clearly, an arena champion. It's got lots of turn meter decreasing. She brings increased accuracy as well. Big single target debuffs. And lots of crowd control on her A1. She's going to be very strong for any manual arena play where you can pick and choose the perfect targets for these moves. Actually, she's really interesting. Wow, okay. She's actually a really cool champion. Holy shit. All right. Wow, new debuffs and everything. They're going all out. We already saw this. The event dungeon already talked about it, but the event dungeon, obviously Shredder is the boss. And Shredder looks cool. Rage of Saki, Shadow Shinobi. This is True Ninjutsu. Dimensional Tyrant. Sick. We can actually see his skill names now. He is looking really good. We'll see what his damage multipliers are. But he is a tanky damage dealer with a lot of survivability baked into his passive and lots of AoEs. He looks pretty... If he hits hard, he's going to be a freaking menace, so he's really strong. We've already seen the gear sets. Again, I'm not a big fan of it, actually. The relics, we've already seen the relics. Again, I'm not a huge fan of them except for the mythicals. Oh, they don't even have the mythicals in here. Oh, no, sorry. They just added in a page on delay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. I do really like both the mythicals, especially this one seems like, if I'm reading it right, seems totally OP. And then I think the final new thing then for this video, oh, it's a pizza badge. There'll be 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed avatar frames. The turtle avatar frame will be available as a reward in one of the events. The Shredder avatar frame can be obtained by collecting all of the champions, all 6 of them. Moreover, players who collect all 6 themed champions will get a special badge, pizza time. Well, it's going to be really hard to get all 6. I wouldn't stress too much about it. Interesting to me that the 4 turtles also gives a frame. I'm wondering, if I was a betting man, as of right now, I would bet there's probably going to be some sort of guaranteed event. Well, we log in champion, fragment event, fusion for Michelangelo and Donatello. Probably like a Deck of Fate Hero's Path or something like that. Maybe a Titan event. Maybe. Could be any big events. Probably for Leonardo and who's the other one? Raphael, right? They're probably going to be up for grabs as well. Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance. If I was to bet, I would bet. I'm not sure about April and Shredder. They might be chasing them with shards, especially Shredder. Shredder, I could easily see be a chasing with shards. I could see April being up for grabs. I'm not sure if they're going to do a guaranteed thing for the shreds. I don't know about that. It's a lot of champions. 6 is a lot. It's a lot, but yeah. The 4 turtles, though, seem crazy fun, man. I'm totally digging it. The frickin' turtle unity stuff is ridiculous. Joining in their attacks together, they seem super fun. I go back to it now. The fact that they've got such fun unity and like teamwork together, I'm really sad that they're not all just like lizards or Shadowkin and you could just run them for faction wars. Like, that would just be fun, man. Screw it. That'd be great. And it would work for Siege as well. I don't know. Would it be too OP? Nah, screw it. They're the turtles, man. Let's let it happen, but it's not happening. They're in different factions, sadly. But yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think about all of this. I am so freaking hyped. This is like the collab of my dreams. I love it. It's so much fun. I think that visually they look absolutely phenomenal. They've done a great... I can't wait to see their animations. I can't wait to play them together. Seem really super freaking fun. So yeah, well, I guess they're going live today. I don't know. We'll see. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll be probably loads of videos today and tomorrow. Probably loads of videos over the next few days. Checking out all of this stuff. But yeah, first look here from this official deck on yeah, Raid and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There we go. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.